I don't need you to worry for me 'cause I'm alright. I don't want you to tell me it's time to come home. I don't care what you say anymore, this is my life. Go ahead with your own life, leave me a bloody alone. This it my life from Billy Joel. I'm back. What does that mean? Well, you don't need to worry about me 'cause I'm alright. A lot of people did think I might have died. Or the ones who have seen me on SHD with my little cameos that I like to do. They knew I wasn't dead, but they did wonder why the videos had stopped for nearly 2 months. Laziness, working life, and party life, I suppose. Because most Saturdays are filled with drinking now, other than going home, having a few Coca-Colas, and going home to do the video. I don't care very much for doing a video. It's strange that I did do it when I was on holiday, and then the minute I come back, I don't do it. That is quite strange, but that's me, and you've been accustomed to that. But I'm back. Am I back for good? Like Gary Barlow, and take back, take back, take that are back. It's quite a mouthful. Um, I don't know. I don't know. You just can't ever. You've got to. It's hard. It's very hard. I mean, with YouTubers, you expect them to always be there. With me, never expect me to be there. I've been saying this season, expect the worst, hope for the best, enjoy every moment, and that's how I am with Bradford City. But with me as a YouTuber, you've got to accept that as well. Content creator. That's what you've got to expect. No video, and then when there's a video, you're like, oh my god, he's alive, he's done a video again, and I can't wait to watch it. It's like a treat. It's like, now I've got to work in life. You work all week to go to on a Saturday to watch Bradford City. It's a treat. Going to Bradford City most of the time, but then you could click on and you think it's a rubbish video. You lose 3-0. Then it's not a treat, is it? And that's how life is. Sometimes it treats you with things, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it throws stuff on your face, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have a happy time, sometimes you have a very sad time. That's life, and you've got to try and deal with it. So you've got to try and deal without a video, and yeah. But I must say thank you to everyone who has come up to me and sort of shared a concern or told me to do videos again. But I knew I'd come back at some point, but I just didn't know when. So yeah, I've also had a blister problem. My right foot was infected with a blister. That was painful. I wouldn't recommend you to go through that. And now currently today I've got another blister on my left foot, so that's also quite painful. So and it's not down to hygiene either. I'm sure of that. So don't be speculating that I'm not hygienic, because I am. I'm not Piers Morgan. Um, but yes, I mean, let's talk about the football game today. Bradford City drew 2-2 with Barnsley, and I must say, before I go any further, but Barnsley were fantastic today. Bradford City were fantastic today. It was a fantastic football game. It was such a great game, such a great advert for for League One, League Two. I'm still stuck in that time. That 4 goals, about 25 corners, over 15 of them, and it was just an incredible game. It was so end to end, so action packed, tackles going in. I thought referee were poor on both sides, to be honest with you. I mean, Barnes fans come away saying that we had a 12-man in the referee. We actually had a 12-man in the stands, not the referee. And I saw some Barnsley fans saying, oh, well, this atmosphere thing, this home run has to come to an end, and it's a bit of a myth. Well, it's not, is it? You saw it today. And you could say they got lucky, and I'd say that. I'm not being bitter or salty, but when you're scoring from your own half, and you've had about 9 shots to our 25 or something, it is a bit of luck involved in that. Let's get real. Was Sam Walker at fault for that goal? Well, let me know your thoughts. My thoughts are he was, and he should do a lot better from it. He's hit the ball, and the ball's been up in the air for about 5 minutes, 500 minutes maybe, and just before he's hit the ball, he's not even running backwards, he's sort of walking backwards. When a man's not got any options and you're still on your edge of your D, then you should not be walking backwards. You should be getting back at quite a pace, I think. But that's also the way modern football is, that goalkeepers are expected to be high up. Not Sam Walker though. But then my biggest gripe is he has actually got back onto the line when the ball's dropping down, and he's gone to claim it instead of punching it. I really don't understand what he's thinking there. Why you try and claim it? just punch it, try to tip it over the bar, do anything to stop it from going in. But it's almost as if he's seen it coming over him, and he thinks it's going to go over the bar, but it came under the bar, and it is a shocking piece of goalkeeping, I have to say. But I also think Patterson should have shot, should have given the ball. He held onto the ball way too long, and he got his injury from it. And I thought that was a really poor piece of play from him as well, leading up to that goal. So yeah, that was a disappointing bit of play from two individuals that sort of cost us that goal. But I can't take anything away from the technique of the strike. He's hit it in the right area. But is there something to be said for a goal scored in your own half? Is there much skill to it? There's obviously a technique that has to be involved in hitting it straight, but for me it's like the golf argument. You've just got to hit it straight. It could easily fluke in to an all-in-one. Is there much technique involved in that? I don't think there is. I think there's a good chance of that happening. Whereas, these other debates, I think that there's like the 147 in snooker. I think that's a lot harder than scoring in your own half or having a hole-in-one, because you can fluke it, whereas you can't really fluke consistency. And I actually think Humphrey's goal was better. And, to be fair, I actually think Barnes' second goal was better for individual play and compared to a good team goal where they've played through us. And it was a really good goal, that second one as well. Again, disappointing to be beat at your front post, disappointing not to get a challenge in, but I think you've got to respect that they are a very good side, especially going forward. And I suppose there's a lot of threat with pacing behind, but also with the ability on the ball to play good intricate passes. And Barnsley are definitely going to be right up there, because they were the best side to come to Valley Parade this season. And I think they're definitely in the top three sides that we've played this season. If not, were the best side we've played this season. Really impressed with them, to be honest with you. And Conor Harryman is doing a very good job, I must say so. But us, we have to keep on this train, and it is a rolling. It's a rocking and a rolling, isn't it, this train? It's rocking and rolling more than Buddy Holly, because Buddy Holly's dead, and we're not. You can't be if you're watching this video. Well, you can't be if you're hearing the video and knowing what I'm saying. You could be like an Irish person, the coffin's next to you, and, that's getting played as I'm talking, but they can't actually take any of it in, so, it don't really work. And, fair play for the applause that took place for the two people who died. I think there were two, or there might have been three. There were quite a few people who've passed away recently. There must be something going on in the air. And I'm not going into any conspiracy political stuff. I'm just saying there must be something going round, because it's getting quite digging and all. And I'm not editing this video, so I do need to stop that. But it's strange, because I know people as well, and so will you. It's just a circle of life, isn't it? You could tell me that there's someone who who's just been born, and I'd say have a good life to that person. I wish him the best of luck, but he probably ain't going to go very far. Because, it probably ain't. But as long as he's happy, you can't buy happiness. You can't buy me love. Paul McCartney sang. And it was right, you can't buy love. You can't buy true happiness. And, yes. Anyway, back to football. Stick to football. I do agree with that, and yet I never tend to do it. It's very hard to try and stick to the core content of what you're trying to deliver, as I discover on every match reaction. It's never a match reaction. It's just sort of a therapy session, maybe a bit of a podcast of where I just say whatever's going on in my head. And if you like that, then thank you for liking it, and do like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're new, and leave a comment. Maybe say it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Hello. I'm doing the racist one, not the Gary Glitter one, because that won't go down well, would it? And we don't want to be advocating that sort of thing on this channel. And I don't advocate that. Anyway, back onto a game. I think what we are fantastic at is composure. When we're composed but decisive, we're a real threat. And I think anyone is. I don't understand why teams don't play like us. It's entertaining. It gets results. It's the best. It's the perfect way to play. If I wanted to set up a team, I'd just ring Alexander and say, "Can you give me all your tactics? Because this is great." It's not just the fact that it gets results. It's the fact that it's actually entertaining. The fact that people say that we're a boring team, we're just set up to be hard to beat. We're quite pragmatic. We're the complete opposite. We are the most entertaining team I've seen I do like watching Barcelona at the minute, but I don't think there's many more entertaining teams I like to watch than us. We're definitely in the top five, and that's not just because I follow them home and away. That's normally a reason to say why you hate watching your team, because they're quite depressing, and it helps that you're winning. But we're so energetic, we're so high pressing, we play when it's on. We try to keep it on the floor, but when we need to go along, we go along. We play into the channels, we play off the second balls, we try winning our duels, we do the basics well, and we fight. We fight. We have a fight, and the character in us that says we're gonna kick them. We are gonna battle, and that's what we want to see from a team, and that's what we've got from this team and what Alexander's recruited. And I always go back to that, but that's what it's always about. And you know that you're going to be in for a game, even if you're getting battered. You know we're going to try cling on, and we might get a goal from somewhere. But today we're pure dominance, and I mean there's people coming away from the game, and probably rightly so, saying it should have been more. We should have been outside. We should have won that game. But at the end of the day, we're coming up against one of the top teams in the league. They proved to be that. I thought they played fantastically well. Did Barnsley, limited us. We should have made more of our chances, but we still took 2 goals away today. I think still there's a bit of a problem in the back line, with players come back from injury, players being injured. Once we sort the back line out and we get a consistent, solid back line, we're going to be a real force, because then the clean sheets will build. We were about same this time last season. We had a lot of injuries building. Defensively we were quite poor. I think we only had 4 clean sheets by Christmas. And then we went on a really good winning run, but built off clean sheets and a good foundation of the back line and a consistent back line. We haven't been able to have that, and we're still getting results, and we're still playing against top sides at home and away. And again, today proved that. I think the pace of the wing backs is phenomenal. It's something we really need, because Power and Metcalf in the end of first half and second half dictated play for their energy, but also the composure on the ball. They can pick a pass, and for me, Metcalf's going to be an unbelievable player in DFL. He does remind me of Cullen. I didn't say a lot of Cullen, but he's got that bite to him. He's got that ability to dictate play in midfield. He knows what he's doing to get the ball. He's quite physical as well. That will grow into his game. And he's got a player alongside him in Max Power who reads the game really well. He's experienced, and he knows his roles, and he knows how to talk players through the game, and he's a real leader. So that they're going to be a real 2 form throughout the season. I do think Metcalf's has got to go into the team and get League One proven match minutes into him, and I think he'll only grow. It helps that I'll play for 3 years, of course, so he's going to be a great player. But when you've got those attacking options down the flanks of Nerfel and Turway are my man of match, but Nerfel as well, lightning down the ring, very hard to stop, and he's always looking at getting the ball into a box. And I think that's probably where we fell short a bit with having Carragher. And even Humphries, he got his goal. He was fantastic today, Humphries. He had a great run through the middle where he took 3, 4, 5 players on, and then laid it off to, I think it was Nerfel, and he sort of hurried his shot a bit, and I think it blazed over the bar. But it was a great move, and he had a lot of great moments, did Humphries, and got a fantastic goal. I think it was like a back heel into a corner. A great ball in from Max Power as well, really innovative to just whack it in hard and low instead of going in high all the time. I like that innovative style in free kicks that we're seeing more of in football. But yeah, I do think Humphries had a great game, but when you're working the ball wide, you're trying to get into a box, we did need a bit of a target man. We needed someone who can fish out chances, who's a bit of a poacher, and I think that's definitely what we were missing, because we had a lot of good balls going to really good areas and just didn't have the height to get onto it really. I thought Shepherd and Earl dealt with us pretty well in terms of physicality wise. In terms of our pace, I thought we did a number on their back line. And I must say I was really impressed with Luke O'Connell. He's a player who shouldn't be at this level, and he proved it today. And we're normally very good at outrunning midfield at home. We did struggle in outrunning them. Obviously it was 3v2, but sometimes it can be a 4v3 when the 2 attacking 10s come deeper. But I thought that their midfield was absolutely electric as well. So it was a fantastic game, and end to end, loads of chances. 2-2 was probably about fair. Maybe we could have edged it 3-2, but we didn't. And we got a point, and we move on to Stevenage next Saturday, away from home. It's going to be tough. I did say I'd take 2 points from the next 2 games. Got one today. Can get a point, Stevenage. That's a fantastic result. Just keeps the momentum building. And then Tuesday night against Lincoln, that's going to be tough as well. Got a load of tough games coming up in November, but every point counts. If you can try and get points in away games, get your points and wins in your home games, and then it doesn't really matter if you lose the odd away game because you're building the momentum at home, and that's what we proved last season. And I do think we'll be up in and around there. I really do. I think this team's now definitely shown more than its momentum, and we've got performances to back it up. One of the best performing teams in the league in terms of the stats and the data, but also the results. The results don't lie, the table doesn't lie. I've seen stuff that, when you're first after 10 games, every team who has been first after 10 games has gone up. I think the only team that won were Ipswich in the lockdown season. So that's a big show to say we're going to be around there. And I think we'll. If we don't go up automatically, which I don't think we will, to be honest, we're definitely going to finish in the top 6 because we've got enough bite and enough ability in this squad to get us through, and a lot of depth as well. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on everything we discussed on today's episode. Like the video if you did, subscribe if you're new. All support's massively appreciated, particularly interested to see how this video does, considering I've been away for nearly 2 months. And if it does do well, which I have no doubt that it will, and that just goes to show what a great community I've got that you can stick through me, even through no videos and no performance from me, and you can still perform. So thank you very much, I do appreciate that. And all support I've ever had on my channel is massively gratificated. I didn't want to say appreciated again, so I'd come up with a different word, otherwise it doesn't sound sincere, does it? But yeah, it is, from my heart to yours anyway. I better find a way of ending this, so have a good one.